Welcome back. Am I clear, Priya? Can you hear me now? Yes, if I am audible, type LNC in the chat box. And here we go. So, as we were discussing on, yes, thank you very much. There was some network glitches, I think. Thank you, Ludwig. Thank you, Nandakumar. Thank you, Priya, for typing. Thank you, Jayavashni. Welcome back to the live session of N.O.S.E journey. So, as we have been discussing, let's recap. The recapitulation has been done in the cut session, but however, let's go ahead. Thank you, Roshini, thank you, Jayavashini, thank you, Nandakumar, for being here, and thank you for typing loud and clear. So let's quickly dive into the learning of why most people drift. So people don't lack effort, they lack direction. Now you see, when we started the N.O.S.E journey 36 days before, if you get into our WhatsApp group, those who have been consistently posting that first action that we all started, posting daily one inspirational thought for you and for the world. And you know how many of you are consistent? If you are the one, type I am in the chat box. Let me see whether you are part of that consistent group of N.O.S.E journey members who keep inspiring the world on a daily basis. All right, thank you, Ludwig, for typing I am. Thank you, Nandakumar. And I know many of you are there. So congratulations for those of you who are consistent on a daily basis. And you know, thank you, Mabel Ruba, for being consistent. And you know why most people fail? When you see, hard work without vision is silent exhaustion. And you know, when you see many people work 10 hours daily, and 5 years later, when you see the same position, the reason, when you assess why, there is no clear target. And when you ask the question, where exactly do I want to be after 900 days? Yes, those of you who are consistent will definitely find. Because if you don't design your future, life will design it for itself. So if you are going to design your future 5 years from now, 10 years from now, as we are making our 900 days N.O.S.E journey 3 years from now, so no plan is still a plan, but that's for mediocrity. People who are belonging to the average people of the world. So people who don't plan drift to average, accept whatever comes in their life. People who plan for their future, they move with intention and they reject distractions. So if you are the one who is going to reject the distraction, type RD in the chat box. RD, reject distraction. Because only when you reject distraction, you are going to be focused on your goals. So thank you, Ludwig, for typing RD, reject distraction. Thank you, Jayavashni. Thank you, Roshini, for typing RD, reject distraction. Welcome, Abhinaya. Thank you for typing the whole thing, reject distraction. Welcome to N.O.S.E journey. And thank you, Nandakumar, for typing reject distraction. And all of you who are here, thank you, Priya, and I hope it's our Priya who has been regularly attending, or someone who has come newly today. So Priya, may I know about you? Where are you from and what do you do? Can you type in the chat box for everybody to know, introducing yourself as well to the entire audience here who are making this N.O.S.E journey, consistency of 900 days on 36th day. Yes, as Priya keeps typing, let's get into the learnings. The second aspect that I wanted to show, the first one, if you don't design your future, life will design it for you. And when life design it for you, that's going to be horrible. Therefore, let's design our future. And the next one, the power of clear vision, because it is vision that creates energy. You know, like I decided 5 weeks before, when we started the N.O.S.E journey, that is exactly 36 days before, that I must go live on every Wednesday. And with that clear vision, that gives me energy even when some days when I am little dull. So clarity reduces confusion and increases confidence. If you are a person who is looking for increasing your confidence, you need to be clear enough. So once you have that clarity, right from the time when you wake up, you will start learning something on a daily basis. So there is always a room for growth on a daily basis for everybody. Whether we are making use of that with a clear vision is a real question. Now, if you are a person who is looking for that growth, if you are a person who wants to reduce confusion in your life and increase confidence, then you are going to be building your life with the right vision. So vision creates energy. So type VE, vision equals energy. Vision equals energy. When you have that energy, you stop complaining. And when you stop complaining, you are going to be focused more. You are going to stay consistent in your life, and you are going to create that whatever ambitions, desires, dreams that you have. Because only when your future self must be clear of what you are today, which is to say, if you can't describe your future, you can't become that person. If you do not know what you are going to be in future, you will not live your today based on that one whom you want to become. So describe yourself today so that in 900 days time you will grow. And what you want to describe about when you ask the question, it can be anything like, yeah, Gayatri is back here. Welcome Gayatri. So Jayavashni has typed V and Ludwig has typed V. Yes, welcome. And Gayatri has typed RD. So RD is to reject distraction, and VE is for vision equals energy. So your future self must be clear. Now 900 days from now, what is going to be your income level? What is going to be your skill level? What is going to be your emotional growth? What is going to be your leadership level? Write them today. And immediately after the session, or if you are here now with a pen and paper, you are seated, write what you are going to be. Because small daily actions must match big visions. No big vision can bring you all that you need only when you are taking daily action consistently. So big dreams require small disciplined actions. If you are a person who is a big dreamer, then you are a leader, because every leader has the quality of having big dreams. So if you are a person who has big dreams for yourself, for your family, for your society, and daily action must be there. And one of the daily actions that you need is consistently reading practice. So practice reading on a daily basis, and this reading practice will build your future self. And your future self 3 years from now, 5 years from now will thank you for having done what you have been doing on a daily basis. Therefore, if you are a person who is looking for growth, if you are a person who wants to have that big dreams achieved, type leader in the chat box, because you are going to lead your life. Can I have you all typing leader in the chat box, because you are going to lead your life. And those of you who are ready to take action, who are ready to grow, type leader. Thank you Abhinaya, thank you Sandoshni, thank you Ludwig, thank you Jayavashni. So all of you who are going to be leaders are dreamers, and dreamers who take disciplined action rule their life, and they become great contributors of the society. So if you are a person who is dreaming big, of course you are going to be the leaders. And those of you who want to become leaders, all that you need to do on a daily basis, daily action, is skill improvement. Skill improvement begins from self-reading, self-investment of time for yourself, for you to read. So if you are a person who is going to be that one who is going to focus on any growth, we have 8 wheels of life. We have discussed in the previous sessions. And today also let me re-emphasize on those 8 wheels of life. So design your 900 days identity based on daily behavior, because identity derives your behavior. If you want to build your future, you don't have to set big dreams. You rise your identity, because we cannot achieve our goals without becoming the person whom we want to. So you don't rise to goals, you fall to identity. If you see yourself as a lazy person, then you act lazy. If you see yourself as a disciplined person, then you act disciplined. So I want you all to write now that disciplined person you are becoming. So type discipline in the chat box if you are a person who is going to be disciplining yourself on a daily basis towards the identity that you want to become. All right, Abhinaya is very active. Thank you, Abhinaya, for typing, being the first one as discipline. And Ludwig, thank you very much. And Jayavarshini. So next, once you design your identity, the environment shapes your identity better. Now, growth requires proximity to growth. Now, when you require, welcome Midun for joining, and thank you for typing disciplined, and thank you Gayatri for typing disciplined. Well, so growth requires identity, and identity shift happens in the right environment. Now you see, you spend time with the learners, you grow. You spend time with the complainers, you shrink. Whether you want to grow or you want to shrink is based on the circle that you are spending your time with. So protect your circle. Protecting circle is what gives you growth. Now you hang up with the 10 people who are simply whiling away their time sitting on the tea stall bench and chit-chatting, you will be one among them. Rather, you spend your time with the 5 people who are discussing on growth. So appreciate yourself. Pat on your shoulders. Yeah, you are here because you are focusing on your growth. So people who wants to grow, they ignore gossip. They reduce mobile scrolling unnecessarily. They manage time better. So I remember one of the sessions, I hope you all remember, one of the sessions I mentioned, budget time. If you are the one who is already budgeting time, or if you are a person who wants to budget your time, type BT in the chat box, budgeting time. Because only with people who are able to budget their time, they are building their identity, they are shaping their environment. Thank you, Avinaya, for typing BT. I hope you are also budgeting your time. Thank you, Midun. Thank you, Jayavarshini. Thank you, Ludwig. Now, people who budget their time, once you budget your time is monitored by you and you use your time productively. Now, when purpose is strong, distraction becomes weak. When purpose is weak, distraction becomes strong. Now, when you have a clear target of what you want to do, then the right vision you get. That right vision removes all the distractions. So, if you want to lock the vision, if you are a person who wants to make a massive difference in your life, and if you are a person who has great aspirations in your life, you are in the right platform now with this High Focus Lifestyle Hub journey. So welcome Priya for typing BT in the chat box. Now, every Wednesday, we decided to travel together through this High Focus Lifestyle Hub channel, YouTube channel, where we are going to consistently learning something new. And that locks the vision. Our vision, what we need to become in 900 days. But what you need to do is to execute what you learn here. Now, 30 months from now can completely redesign a new human being. That's what happens. Now, you take your schooling, pre-KG, LKG, UKG, near about 30 months, they complete one path of kindergarten education. Then they come to primary education. And primary education, it's about 5 months. But whereas coming to middle school education, it's again 3 years, which is 30 months. But high school, it is getting completed in just 20 months. And the next part, higher education of schooling, again within 20 months. Then you take your college life, you are going for an undergraduation, it's 30 months. So 30 months can completely redesign a human being. And now our 900 days journey is going to be in that 30 months. If you are a person who is disciplined with the aspects that we have been seeing, who is who has the right energy, who has the right effort, who is ready to redesign your future, who has the vision with right energy, if you are clear about your future self, if you are ready to take small action on a consistent basis, on a daily basis, if your identity drives your behavior, if you can build a better environment of learning for building that right identity, then you have the right vision and you remove all the distractions. You are locking the vision for the next 30 months. And this 30 months time, you have to build your new self, for which the first aspect is visualization. Visualization creates belief in you because you see it daily of what you are physically becoming in future. Now spend 2 minutes on a daily basis imagining the confident self, the skill built self, the recognition that you will be getting in the society because of the person whom you are going to become, the financial growth that you will be attaining. Now, having all these, you see it daily, visualize it on a daily basis, spending just 2 minutes. Then you get the right directions for your life. And clear direction removes half the struggle. If you are sure of what you want, 3 months from now, 3 years from now, 10 years from now, you need to write it down, because writing once takes the first form of its existence, whatever you want, whatever maybe you want in your life. And once you are writing it down and using it in your visualization on a daily basis, then you are getting clear about what you want. And now let's dive into the sessions, question and answer sessions. So we have seen from the today's session, the first thing that we have seen here, people don't lack effort, they lack direction. So running fast in the wrong direction is still a failure. So that is what people who are working 10 hours on a daily basis, even 5 years later, same salary, same role, same frustration, because they did not have clarity. What skills to master, what position to aim for, what level to reach in their life. So busyness is not progress. Clarity is what will give you progress. So what you need to become through this N.O.S.E journey after 900 days, we are on 36th day. What exact level do I want to reach? Write down, because writing down takes its first form. So if you are a person who is consistent, then write WG, type WG, written goals, because written goals exist. What you think of, what you want to become, what is in your mind goes away. But once you write it down, it starts existing. So thank you, Ludwig, for typing WG, written goals. Thank you, Mithun. Thank you, Sujita. Thank you, Nanda. Thank you, Abhinaya. Thank you, Santoshini. Because written goals exist. If you don't design your future, life will design it for you. I already told. No plan is still a plan, but that's for average people. People who don't decide their career, their income, their health, their circle, end up accepting whatever comes. People who design their future reject low opportunities, avoid distraction, stay focused. So decide your future before life decides it for you. If Yeah, thank you, Abhinaya, thank you, Sandoshni, thank you, Gayatri, for typing WG, written goals. So today after this session, I want all of you to go take a pen and paper, write down written goals. Because only when you have the written goals, you get the right vision. And it is vision that creates energy. You all have already typed VE, vision creates energy. So vision equals energy. So clarity removes distraction. Confusions kill confidence. So when you know why you wake up every day, why you read books, why you sacrifice so many petty pleasures, suddenly discipline becomes easier. Without vision, every effort feels forced. You know, in our nose journey, there are a number of people. Now, if you are a one whom I am, ringing up, hey, I am starting going live, come, you may not. But when you do it yourself, then discipline becomes easier. Just like those of you who are posting consistently on our nose journey group. So when without vision, every effort feels forced. Once you know your why, if you have written down why you are doing, then you are clear. You do it yourself. So your future self must be clear. If you cannot describe your future self, you cannot become them. Ask 10 people, where do you see yourself in 3 years from now? You just casually ask. Out of 10, I must say 9 people will not have clarity. So most answers, I don't know. Something is better, it's going on. That's not the vision. That's just wishful thinking. Vision is specific. 3 years from now, I want to buy this model car from this make. If you are a person who is clear, you will set goals, set numbers, set your aspirations, then you will start taking action with the clarity. So if you need to make 1 lakh per month, from next month it's not possible. But 10 months from now, 20, 30 months from now, it's possible. For which you have set a day, set a deadline, start counting down. As the days go, increase your skills. If you want to become a confident public speaker, from the day one it is not possible. But from the day one, you should start visualizing that you are speaking. Because big dreams requires small daily actions. One of the actions is visualizing what you are going to be. Don't worry, if you want to imagine living in another planet, if you want to live in another planet, and you keep visualizing that, taking daily actions for it, possible. So dream big, act small, repeat daily, because repetition builds momentum. For example, when you want promotion, speak better daily, deliver on time daily, improve skills daily. Naturally, your big goals or whatever you want in your life becomes easy, because that is not forced, that is acquired. So if I ask you, how many of you want financial growth? Everybody will say, yeah, I need financial growth, right? Is there anybody who has no desire? No, I don't need money. Obviously no. Everybody wants financial growth. So if you are a person who wants financial growth, type FG in the chat box. Let me see how many of you are interested in financial growth. So those of you who expect a financial growth, type FG in the chat box. So there is one Aguila who has come here and send a hi to me. Thank you Aguila. And thank you Ludwig for attending financial growth. Thank you Jayavashni. Thank you Mithun. Thank you Sandoshni. Okay, Mithun has typed double the time. Okay, great financial growth, of course. So thank you Abhinaya for typing it fully financial growth. Mithun keeps on typing. Okay, wonderful. Now, financial growth happens when you learn daily, when you save daily, when you invest daily. Now, what to learn daily? Whatever area you are in, start learning on a daily basis for minimum of 30 minutes. And how many of you have the quality of skill, I must say, skill of reading? Thank you Sujita for typing FG, it's financial growth. So if you are learning daily, then financial growth becomes easy. If you are saving daily, now what is saving daily? If only I earn daily, I can serve. I am on a monthly salary. How can I serve daily? No. Money not spent equals saving. Now there will be a question. So can't I spend money at all? You should know where your money is going, because we all have a lot of money leaks. So about which we'll discuss on a later part during this N.O.S. journey. But invest daily. Now what you can invest on a daily basis is your time, is your skill, if you cannot invest your money. Now there are three aspects of triangular investment. I usually say time, money, skill. If you want anyone, spend the other two. So now you are here for this N.O.S. journey, you are learning something, and this investment will definitely push you a step ahead. So dream without daily action becomes frustration. So if you want your dreams to be achieved in the long run, match every big dream with one small daily habit. Now I want to celebrate my 108th birthday. So you must have seen in the N.O.S. journey, we have 25,006 days. I have 25,006 days as per the day 36 of N.O.S. journey. Now when I am clear about, I take daily action. I make exercising a daily habit. I am trying to do. I am rebuilding. I started and then I gave up. Like I stopped, slowly skipped away, and I have restarted, and now I am rebuilding. So I have to become that identity of a healthy person with a good physique, so that I am able to do that. Similarly, so match your big dreams with one small daily habits, whatever. So you don't rise to goals, you fall to identity. Once whatever is your identity, that becomes your life. If someone says on a daily basis, I am not disciplined, I am lazy, I am not an excellent person, I don't have the public speaking skills. All this, if someone tells on a daily basis, their brain accepts it, their behavior follows it. But if they say, I am becoming disciplined on a daily basis, I am becoming disciplined, action slowly aligns because your brain accepts it. So whatever you repeatedly say, your brain accepts. So I want you now to type in the chat box FDG. FDG. FDG is focused, disciplined, growth oriented. So type FDG, focused, disciplined, growth oriented. Now if you are telling on a daily basis to yourself, I am becoming a focused, disciplined and growth oriented person. You can also type the whole thing. I am becoming a focused, disciplined and growth oriented person. FDG. If you are the one who is becoming a focused, disciplined and growth oriented person, then you will start shaping your environment for your future. Because your circle silently decides your ceiling. Your ceiling is your roof. Now, where you are, with whom you are, I already told you, stay around people who are complaining, you will also become one who starts complaining about everything in the world. You stay around learners. Yeah, thank you. I think there is one Sagai Raj who has joined Focus, Discipline and Growth. Thank you, Abhinaya, for typing Focus, Discipline and Growth. Thank you, Mithun, for typing Focus, Discipline and Growth oriented person. Well, so if you are a person who is building your circle around complainers, you will become one who is complaining. If you are a person who is staying around learners, you start growing. So growth is contagious. So also is mediocrity. If you want to grow, hang around with the people who are learning and growing on a daily basis. And growth is contagious. You will also become one. And you will increase that speed when you continuously keep growing. Growth is contagious, so also is mediocrity. Now you have to choose whether you are choosing FDG, that is, you are becoming a focused, disciplined and growth oriented person, or you are becoming a mediocrity, in other words, an empty person. So once you are a person who is focused, disciplined and growth oriented, then vision is clear, you avoid all the distractions. So strong purpose kills weak temptations. When someone has clearing the competitive exam, government exam as their target, or if you have the career breakthrough that I want to become one of the directors of this particular company, or you have leadership target, I want to achieve this designation, then naturally they avoid wasting their time scrolling mobile phones. They avoid speaking gossips of people. They waste less time because clear vision simplifies decisions. So before wasting time, ask, does this move make me closer to my vision? Before wasting your time. That's why I told you have to budget your time. So 30 months, that is 900 days. 900 days time, we are going to master our communication skills. We are going to make our income minimum 2x, 3x, 5x, 10x. Whatever is the number that you are deciding, that's going to happen. We are going to transform our body, building a better health. And we are going to become leaders of our own life, taking charge, taking possession with the right direction, and leaders in the society as well. So this breakthrough of 900 days N.O.S journey will break it up into 3 phases. First phase, skill building. Second phase, execution of that skill building, setting up system. And third phase, growing up. Just as we have notice, optimize, yes for scale and enjoy. So then it becomes easy, it becomes practical. Now I want each one of you, as you have already typed here, I just came to know to enable restricted mode. Okay, thank you very much Sagaraj for being here. Well, so unwritten goals are silent wishes. We have so many goals like that. But once you write goals, you achieve more. You stay focused. You track your progress. You don't forget your goals, right? You don't drift and miss away. And you don't have to restart repeatedly. Once you are clear what I will become, what I will eliminate, what I will build, then start visualizing, because visualizing builds belief. So see it in the mind before you see it in your life. Athletes visualize winning before matches. Leaders imagine presentations before the stage. Your brain believes repeated images. Now, if you see yourself repeatedly driving a vehicle, a car, learning driving, and you're driving whatever is the car, you see yourself repeatedly, spend 2 minutes daily, that's enough, whatever you want. So that gives you confidence, that gives you growth, that gives you recognition. Okay, very good. Midun wants to drive BMW. He's already driving BMW. He wants to own a BMW. Well, all right. So this is how we are going to direct. And let us re-emphasize on the day 1 task that we started. We are going to post an inspirational thought for you with our life bank balance. Because people who don't read think small. People who read think beyond the limits. 10 pages daily. Same time. Take a notebook, 1 insight applied. So that's how we are going to build. So thank you warriors for being here. Now it's a time for question and answer sessions. Whatever is the questions you have, you can go and ask. I will take time for each one of you and answer all your questions. So those of you who have got whatever we have discussed today, if you have any doubts, clarifications, or any questions regarding life skills or whatever you want, you can. Yeah. If everything ends in death, what is the point of living? That's wonderful, Abhinaya. That's a good question. You have been given birth by your parents, by your, you have been brought up by your family, then your grandparents, your relatives, everybody. You have become the person that you are today. And every human being born on this earth is destined to death. And life is a journey between birth to death. Now, what contribution you give to the world, what builds legacy? What keeps you remembered? Now, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam died years before. We still remember, we talk about him. Mahatma Gandhi died years before. We still remember, we talk to him. We talk about him. Swami Vivekananda died years ago. We still remember, talk to him. Because they all left some legacy behind. Mother Teresa died. Now, every human being who is born on this earth is destined to death. But we don't remember all who have died, lived and gone. We remember a few. Now, if you are going to lead your life in the right manner, the minimum courtesy of every human being is to give back to the society that brought him up. That is to say, parents gave you birth, your friends, relatives, well-wishers, all contributed in one or the other way to the person you are becoming, and still they are contributing. And that contribution is the first cause that you need to do for everybody who are, giving you to the person you are becoming. That's first cause. And then becomes the society, the area, the village, the town that you are living, whichever contribution you can give, in whichever form. Of course, going for a job itself is a contribution. It's not for making money, because when you go for a job, you do something that helps the society become better. So, the purpose of living is not for dying. The purpose of living is to give back what we received from our birth, and giving back to the society at larger scale, leaving a legacy of contribution to the society will keep you remembered. I hope I have answered to the question what Abhinay asked. Thank you, Abhinay, for saying. Hemima, when our dreams are different from current profession, what to do? Simple thing. Start visualizing. Don't stop. Thank you, Hemima, for asking this. From your current position is the stage where you are. Imagine that you are on the stage 0. That is the current position. The current position you are in may be stage 10, stage 20, stage 100. But if your dreams are different from the current position, then imagine this current position is 0 and your dreaming position is stage 10. Now you need 10 steps. That's all. So any big goals in life, break them into steps. And the first step is to have clarity. What dream you have, that clarity. And then start learning about the requirements of achieving that dream. And simple, read books about what you want to become, what dream you have. That's the first thing that you can do. Then learn from mentors. Then start searching your dream step by step. So in one of the videos I asked, can you eat a whole elephant? And immediately you wonder, how can I finish? Imagine that you are given an order within this many days time, you have to finish eating this elephant, then only you will be allowed to live. And of course, to live, we will try to fight back, and if there is no other go, we'll eat. But eating a whole elephant is possible bite by bite. You cannot get into the whole elephant into your mouth, but bite by bite you can finish eating the whole elephant. Similarly, whatever is your big dreams, break them into pieces, steps, one step at a time, but consistently on a daily basis. Then you are there. That's it. Okay. Thank you. Emma. If I am clear, please loud and type clear in the chat box. And Santoshni has asked, is it wrong to be available for the loved ones even they don't find adequate time? What if our focus is them and their focus is something else? Am I waiting for the right one or being used by them? Of course, this is a question about what you feel, which shows the emotional bank balance, I must say. So if you are building your emotional bank balance in the right manner, then you decide, you budget your time where you need to spend. Ask question, is it helping me grow or is it simply draining my energy? If it is helping you grow, growth doesn't mean professional, financial, all. It also involves your emotional growth. If that helps you grow, go ahead. Otherwise, recheck and then decide. Well, thank you Santoshni for asking. And now Nandakumar has asked, sir, is there any possibility to judge a person within a few days? That depends on your prayer experience, prayer learnings on making judgment. Because we cannot judge a book by its cover. You need to experience the book to judge. Similarly, you cannot decide on a person, okay, this person is like this. Maybe your perception differs from the actual perception. Now, people who are, taking sugarcane juice on a daily basis in the morning after exercise, that gives energy. That's wonderful. But people who are suffering from diabetes cannot have sugarcane juice daily basis. So that's the difference. So similarly, your perception about the person may be the actual one or may be different. So I don't think you can judge a person within a few days. If somebody is judging you in that manner within few days, then it's they are wrong. You don't have to feel. If you are judging a person within a few days, then that's not the right way of judging. Well, so thank you very much. Sakayaraj has asked, focused growth is diverted due to family circumstances or financial status on EMI. Yeah, wonderful, Sakayaraj, that's true. But now you want to have a financial growth of, let's say, making 1 lakh per month. I do not know who you are, where you are, and so on. But then let's assume that you are making 1 lakh, you want to make 1 lakh per month. And currently you are making, let's say, 25,000 a month. Now the gap is 75,000. You are already 25% on what you want. Now for this 75% of increment what you need, the gap is 75% of growth. That's all. So from the skills you have, you are making the money what you have. Now you need 1 lakh, 75% is the gap of the skill. That is why you are not able to make that money. Now, you know what is the EMI for today. So growth, focused growth is not miracle. But if you are focused on growth, you will experience miracles in life. So to say, you know what EMI you have, you know what family commitments you have, you know what is the financial situation you are in now. Now, you cannot stop all in a sudden your EMIs unless it gets over, but you can stop taking new EMIs. Now, family commitments now, on spending also we need what is the mandatory, what is luxury. Now, luxury can be avoided, mandatory can be purchased on EMI. Now, many people buy two-wheelers. While they have a two-wheeler, they buy a four-wheeler. While they have a four-wheeler, they upgrade four-wheeler just because the car company called and said, sir, we have offers and so on. So similarly, when you are clear about what you want to grow 3 years from now, 5 years from now, naturally you will be able to set that circumstance that you need. So that's the answer to your question, Sagaraj. If I am not clear, we can even get connected and then we can discuss further as well. So I hope Santoshni also has got clear, very clear. You are wasting time. Okay, yeah, budget your time. Of course, exactly. Well, now Jayavashini, based on your experience, what core habits contribute most to long-term personal and professional growth? Okay, we have already typed this. We have typed with 3-letter word FDG, focused, disciplined, growth oriented mindset. So my experience, whatever I am focused in my life, I have got it. Whatever I want to achieve, I ensure that I want to be focused, I want to discipline myself for it, and then I keep working on. Because that's how I have been building my life. So if you want to build your life on any aspect, follow FDG, focused, disciplined, growth oriented. What you focus on grows. There's no other go. What you focus on grows if you have D bridging, that is discipline bridging your focus and growth. Well, So I hope Jayavashni that has given you answer clear. All of you who are here, if my answers to them, whomever is asking, clear, please type clear in the chat box. And then now let's take Abhishek question. Abhishek has asked, how do we crystallize our perception with discernment and detachment? So we see relationships clearly without internalizing every emotion. You cannot expect the world to internalize your emotion, first of all, Abhishek. That goes directly, because you can have emotions to see them in their shoes, and expectation only hurts. So it is better to accept than expecting and getting hurt. So if you want to have perception, clarity of the world, you can have, because you are focused on it. But you cannot expect the world to have a perception. And you don't have to worry, because you have that discernment, because of either it can be detachment from the person, or emotional outbreak in your relationship. All that happens because you cannot internalize every emotion of others. You cannot expect others to internalize your emotions. But what you can do is to be prepared to accept whatever happens with the right positive attitude, that whatever happens for a better tomorrow. We do not know what that better tomorrow is, therefore we are emotionally outbursting. So that's how I do, and I feel good with. So thank you very much, Abhishek, for having asked. If I am clear, type clear. If you need more clarifications, go ahead and type in the chat box. Wonderful. So today's N.O.S.E journey, let's recap whatever we have discussed. And those of you who are here on live, let me, call out your names. If you like today's session, go ahead and hit a like button. Hit that like button on the top that you see on your screen. Yes, exemplify. All right, I can exemplify. For example, now you are in a college circle. Let's say you are in a job environment circle. Now you expect your companion to report to you everything that happens to him in his family, because you are sharing everything that happens to him in your family. I hope the example does not deviate. Now you explain everything. Because you explain everything, you expect him to explain. Now if he is interested in explaining, he may explain. If he is not, definitely he will not. Now because he did not explain as you explained to him, you feel hurt. His intention was not to explain. He didn't want to explain, that's all. Now when we make up our mind to accept his decision of not explaining whatever happens on a daily basis to you, but you are explaining whatever happens on a daily basis to you to him, maybe if he is intentionally asking you to explain and you explain, and when you ask him to explain he doesn't explain, then you need to check the person. But if he is by nature a person who doesn't speak much on all that happens, and you are a person who wants to explain everything in detail, then that becomes the nature match or mismatch. Now that is how you can identify without worrying about the perceptions. So you cannot crystallize your perception with you cannot crystallize others' perception about you, but you can have a better perception about others by knowing that everyone is unique, everyone has their own ups and downs in life, and you need to respect that differences. Well, so thank you Sagai Raj for typing clear. It is clear. Thank you Agila for sending me a note of thanks. So hope Abhishek also has got Clear? If it is clear, okay. Otherwise, we'll discuss further in our future sessions, Abhishek. So let us, re-emphasize on our today's learning before we wrap up for the day. People don't lack effort, they lack direction. So running fast in the wrong direction is still a failure. Therefore, set your goals clearly. Once you have clarity, you will go ahead. And second aspect, if you don't design your future, life will design it for you. So no plan is still a plan, but for average people. So decide what your future self must be before life decides it for you. Vision creates energy. Clarity removes confusion, and confusion kills confidence. So write your why clearly, what you want to do to this society, to your parents, to your family, relatives, well-wishers, to the society. Then discipline becomes easier. Your future self must be clear. If you cannot describe your future self, you cannot become that person. So where do you see yourself in 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What describes your future self? Then you write down your goals. So big dreams require small daily actions. Dream big, act small, repeat daily. Repetition builds discipline. You enjoy momentum. So dream without daily action becomes a frustration. So match every big dream with one small daily habit. You don't rise to goals, you fall to identity. So identity derives behavior. If you say, I am disciplined, you are. Therefore, keep repeatedly telling yourself, I am becoming a focused, disciplined and growth-oriented person. You will be. So that's why I asked you to type BDG, FDG. So focused, disciplined and growth-oriented. BT is budget timing. So once again, go ahead, let's re-emphasize. Type FDG, focused, disciplined and growth-oriented in the chat box. And vision makes distractions weaker. Strong purposes kill weak temptations. All right. So thank you, Lutvik, for typing. And Abhinaya has come up with a question. Where was life hiding before it was born? And how about after life, after death? I cannot tell you where was life hiding before you were born. But I can definitely tell you life after death. Life after death, whether you live by soul, by spirit, is beyond philosophical. But theologically, in religious beliefs, there is statement that you all come up one day to heaven. And certain religions believe that you take the next version, avatar. And until you complete your karma, you keep repeatedly living in this world and then you end. But logically, whether you want to live after death or you want to be buried with your death depends on the contribution that you are giving to this world. Now you see, who lived 100 years before did not have the features of social media. Today we have social media, and social media will live for even after 100 years. Whatever you send inspirations today is existing, is a remembrance of your life in this earth. So similarly, if you want to live after death, of course there is a way. Lead a legacy life, build momentum, contribute greater things to the society. I still remember Einstein, who invented light bulb, just because he has made a greater contribution, so he lives now also in people's mind. He cannot be removed. Even after 200 years, still the science teachers will teach. Einstein invented bulb. Graham Bell invented telephone. Even after 500 years, he lives. So invent something, contribute something greater to the society, then you live forever. That's all, Abhinaya. I hope you got me the answer. So where you were life before, nobody knows. Maybe if you believe in a religious religion which speaks of avatars, you were in this form previously and you must have been. Or if you are in a religion where you believe that you have taken the first form, okay. If not, if you believe in science, it's a pure production of your parents joining together and the eggs formed, you were born. That's all. But whether you want to live after your death is left to you. How you live what you are. Well, okay, let's take final question before we wrap. Nandakumar has asked, in this world, what is very important, responsibilities or enjoyment? I am thinking of others, they are enjoying, but I can't. Everybody is thinking others are enjoying. You know, that's what happens, Nandakumar. Everybody is thinking, oh, this person is enjoying, doing this, that, all those things. So everybody has their own purpose. Now, by comparing you with other people, you will get frustration. Rather, you compare yourself with your future self and past self. If you compare your today with your past self, you must have been growing. If not, take action now. If you compare yourself with someone whom you want to become 3 years from now, you will not fall frustration if you take action. If you do not take action and you still thinking of what you want to become, then that becomes just a dream without a clear vision. So there is no problem, there is nothing to worry of what you are today. Now in life, what is more important is both responsibilities as well as enjoyment. That's what I told you in our N.O.S.E journey as well. Notice, optimize, scale, enjoy. Enjoyment is to be there in life. But if you are not optimizing and scaling, that's what most people do. They notice and enjoy. N and E. Now, without O and S, N.O.S.E becomes me, nothing. Right? So, we need to grow. Growing happens by being responsible. While you grow, enjoy your growth, enjoy the journey, enjoy the progress. All right. Abhishek has again asked, are we searching for meaning or is meaning searching for us in terms of life? It's both. What you are searching is also searching you. Whatever you are searching is searching you as well. The end point, once you are clear, like I want to build a house. House exists. Maybe not physically. House exists. Now you are searching for a house and that house exists because it started existing in your mind. Start writing, take action, you will reach the point. Now, a student who joins a school knows that if he has to complete schooling, he has to go through 10th standard, 12th standard, those steps. Now, because he is so much ambitious, after 2 months of time from LKG, he cannot be promoted to UKG. It deserves its own time. So also growth. But going to a college, if you are extremely talented, I discontinued my college. Not because I was talented, but because I was direly in need of making some money to support my family. Therefore, I discontinued. And later I went and continued education. So what I was searching at that time is some financial support to my parents. So I discontinued my college education, went back. And later when I searched for my qualifications, my visiting card is empty. I wanted to add some qualifications to my visiting card, not just for the sake of job. At least I need to qualify myself to show or be one among the educated circle. Then I needed qualifications, I needed education. I went back, I completed my education and then continued. So what you are searching is searching for you. Everything in life. If you are searching for a loved one, they are also searching for you. If you are searching for enemies, they are also searching for you. So whatever in the universe, because everything matches with the vibe. Vibe matches the tribe. What you search comes to you. If your vibe is of energy, you will feel good with the energy people and you will feel not okay with the lazy people. So also in life. So whatever you, okay, Abhishek has asked again question. At first we search for meaning in life. Later we realize life was shaping us all along. Meaning appears when we choose to grow through what we face. Exactly. So you got it clearly, Abhishek. Thank you very much. So Abhinaya has answered to Abhishek's question. Yeah, Abhinaya has also got a right understanding. So Santoshni has typed searching for so long but didn't find so far. Well, may God bless you, Santoshni as well, and Abhishek. So what you are searching is also searching for you. But you need to see whether it is ethical, legal, logical. Ethical, legal, logical. If these three parameters are met, what you are searching also is searching for you. Now, I want to earn 1 crore per day. Let's say this. I want to earn 1 crore per day. It is possible because money is available in the bank. The disturbance is the police people. Check with these measures whether it is ethical, logical. What is the third one I told you? Ethical, logical, and moral. So these three aspects, if you are seeing these three aspects, whether it is ethical, logical, and reasonable, whether you are able to get these things, then you will be clear. So what you are searching is searching for you. With this, let's wind up today's session. Thank you very much, all of you, for being here so long. Thank you one and all. See you all on next Wednesday at 8 p.m. See you then. Until then, signing off. It's your Francis. Bye-bye.